George Clooney and Julia Roberts on screen with Jodie Foster in the director's chair. We'll take a look at Money Monster and go behind the scenes.
Plus, Ithaca finds Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan teaming up again. Here's VOD starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Here is VOD, where we help you decide what to watch on demand. I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Daniel Feingold. This week for your new on-demand selections, we've got action, drama, horror, comedy, and more. So let's get started with The Meddler, a movie that brings some drama and comedy. It's got a great cast, and it's about a young woman moving to LA, and her mother follows suit.
It's nice being close with your mom. We all love that. But the title of this is The Meddler. The daughter has to create some boundaries, which is kind of like what we have to do with Daniel when he gets really annoying.
Laura, you're not bringing the mail?
Jesus. Mom, you have to ring the doorbell.
But I've got the key.
How do you feel since your husband died?
There are a lot of hours in the day, and so sometimes I call Lori. I brought you bagels.
You should have called. I did, but I didn't answer.
You let Daddy's bonsai die.
You can't just leave someone with bonsai and orchid.
You let the orchid die too?
I think we should get you a hobby.
Or maybe you could be my hobby.
I have to go to New York for a few weeks.
New York?
I leave tomorrow.
Tomorrow. If I go with you, I could be like your assistant.
No.
Marnie, what are you doing here?
You said you needed a babysitter. I brought bagels.
Mom, don't talk to my friends.
What you have to do is have him tip you upside down. That's what Joe and I did to conceive Lori. Call me and let me know you gotten safe. Oh, and remind me to tell you what your therapist said.
Do you maybe need a ride?
I would kill my daughter if she died on a motorcycle.
Oh, it's in the motorcycle. This is a Harley Davidson.
October, that makes you a Libra. Scales, justice. You should be a lawyer.
Maybe.
And not married. That's so funny. My daughter's not married either. I know I'm overstepping my boundaries, but what if I gave you the money?
Wouldn't Lori be upset?
Why? She's not getting married. You got kids?
Two beautiful girls. The one that doesn't like me lives just over in Palm Springs.
I mean, it's not my business, but you have to call her. How do you take a selfie?
Who are you sending a selfie to?
Ooh, I'm not talking about it.
Well, she's bringing bagels everywhere. I would totally welcome
Don't turn that down, right? And this is so appropriate for me because right before the show, my mom was texting me repeatedly about getting my flu shot.
It's an interesting concept. Yes, we can all relate because we all want our moms around, but it's, you know, some of us want at a certain distance more so than others.
And some are more meddling than others. So
Right.
It's like she's a superstar at being a meddler.
Well, the reviews were, for the most part, on the positive side. A significant amount of praise was reserved for Susan Sarandon, no surprise there.
And the Philadelphia Inquirer had some strong words for her performance. The critic wrote, "She is relentless, she's impossible, she's wonderful."
Yeah, this is no doubt her movie, and she shines. But as for the movie itself, the Chicago Tribune thought it had a cozy charm, and Variety noted how it comes across as genuine.
The Meddler is a treat to watch, so we're going to give it 4 stars.
The New York Daily News advises you take your mom to see it. In this case, it's on demand, so check it out at home.
And next, we have a biographical drama with some real acting talent as well.
Let's take a look at Genius.
Mr. Perkins, I wanted to meet you. Man who first read Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and said genius.
Mr. Wolf, we intend to publish your book.
Max, this is Mrs. Bernstein.
Mr. Perkins.
She's the first person who told me my writing was worth anything.
I'm calling you a genius. God help you.
Now I'm a Scribner's bestseller. I deserve a little of the highlight.
Max tells us you're working on a new book.
I have it. Bring it in, Gob. Here you go.
Tom, the book is 5,000 pages long.
Point taken. All right, cut.
You've been working every night for 2 years.
I can't turn my back on the work.
I've lost him to your husband.
Your daughters, they want their father back.
It's my job. It's what I do.
2 years and the book's only 100 pages shorter.
You wouldn't do this to Hemingway, to Fitzgerald.
Stop it.
Max thinks he created me. He crippled me. He deformed my work.
He made all your dreams come true. He gave you a career.
That decent man believed in you when nobody else would.
For all your millions of beautiful...
Okay, so we have Colin Firth, Jude Law, and Guy Pearce as literary greats. Not to mention Nicole Kidman and Laura Linney in the cast as well. Wow.
Yes, but even with the powerhouse of talent, critics had mixed reactions, and not everyone thought the movie was, well, genius. The New York Times thought these real-life characters were turned into cliches in this film.
Cliche was in the mind of more than just one reviewer when describing the movie. And interestingly, the performances weren't praised all that much. The New York Post went so far as to say that this is arguably Jude Law's worst performance.
And let's not get carried away with the negative, though. Some critics thought that this was good, but disappointed that it wasn't better than that, while others felt really strongly about the story that it tells. The San Francisco Chronicle calls genius a treat.
And we feel strongly enough about it to go with 3 out of 5 stars. When you have a cast like that, expectations are going to be high.
Really high.
So, not surprising that critics thought it was good, just not great.
Right.
Well, in Ithaca, Meg Ryan directs and co-stars alongside Tom Hanks, who I must say, they were fantastic together, and You've Got Mail, and yes, I like that movie, even though I was pretty much a youngster when it came out.
Really young, but
yes.
It's a classic. Well, this movie has the duo taking more of a back seat in the storyline. It follows a teen who's taking care of his family after his father dies, and his older brother goes to fight in World War II.
Okay, the faster you deliver messages, the more you can deliver. The faster you pick up outgoing messages, the better our chances of beating Western Union and staying alive. From here on out, you're part of this outfit.
Dear Homer, I think about you all the time. And even though I wish there were no war, I've made up my mind to be the best soldier I can be.
Papa went, Marcus went, don't you go too, Homer?
It's gonna be a long time before I go. Think about my family. My father, he worked in the orchards, plain, ordinary, everyday work. And my brother Homer. Just thunder, it doesn't scare you, right?
No, nothing scares me.
Do you think that this world is going to be a better place after the war?
Yes, sir. Postal telegram?
Please, open the telegram and read to me.
From the Secretary of War. I don't like the way things are. They don't just die for nothing, do they?
You are becoming aware of a world in which you've been a child.
Wouldn't you know, another great movie with a great cast but mixed reviews, and this time they lean more negative.
A couple of critics, including The Village Voice and The Wrap, thought the movie was poorly put together and all over the place.
And this is based on a novel. The Hollywood Reporter felt this was a poor effort adapting a book to the big screen. Ithaca also marks Meg Ryan's first movie as a director. It's not a particularly great start, but she did get credit from a few critics.
And we'll settle on 2 stars for Ithaca, another movie that probably should have been better than what it actually turned out to be.
We should note that Tom Hanks in the cast, not a leading role.
Smaller role.
Yeah, want to mention
right.
that. So if
don't
you're going to
go
see it, don't see it just
that.
for, yeah, right. Star Trek fans are going to want to stick around for a look at the documentary For the Love of Spock.
But straight ahead, a guy makes his way onto a television set with a gun and a bomb. But the situation goes much deeper than a hostage situation. We'll take a look at Money Monster when we return.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7.
We just wanted to show that what they did wasn't appreciated, but in a nonviolent way.
Tensions flare at Manatee High School. A Confederate flag sparks a series of peaceful Black Lives Matter protests. We'll look into how the district handled the situation. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story plus our roundtable discussion.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, dining segments, local events, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 specialty programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device and download your free ABC7 app now.
Money Monster stars George Clooney and Julia Roberts and is directed by Jodie Foster.
So it's no surprise that it's our featured film of the week.
Anyone who can get out right now. Do not look up. Do not make eye contact. Just go. Lee, stay calm. I'm right here.
We are live in 5 minutes.
Do you have the revisions for the opening?
We're still making some changes.
Am I going to get the changes before the show or after
You know the drill. You just point the camera my direction, we'll figure it out together.
It always sounds so simple and yet so moronic.
Here he is, the Wizard of Wall Street himself.
The name is Lee Gates. The show is Money Monster. Without risk, there is no reward. Should I sell? Should I unload? Get some balls! Man up!
Who's that guy on camera, too?
You want to complain about it? Go ahead.
Who is it? Anybody know?
Was this a union thing?
Cut the feed.
Whoever's in there, turn the cameras on. Turn the cameras on, Patty. Turn them on,
What do you want me to
Patty.
do?
Turn them on.
Put it up.
Take it out. Put it on. How do I know it won't blow up? Because I have the detonator. My thumb comes off this trigger, then we all explode. I might be the one with the gun here, but I'm not the real criminal. It's people like these guys.
I got my finger on the trigger,
I'm telling you, it's rigged. The whole damn thing.
but I don't know who to trust.
They're stealing everything from us, and they're getting away with it, too. How's that even fair?
Just keep talking to him. All right, you're good at that.
Got my finger on the trigger.
You lost a lot of money when the market tanked.
Faith just ain't.
They tracked down his girlfriend. That was everything we had, every last cent. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to survive.
I'll get you some answers.
Nobody was asking any questions before. These guys could expose everything.
We both want an explanation for what went wrong.
We don't know. You have to understand how delicate of a situation this
I'm
is.
sitting 80 feet from a bomb. Don't talk to me about delicate situations.
We're human beings. We're not computers. We have a conscience.
I'm trying to save him. You're trying to shoot him.
I want an explanation.
Follow the money, find the fraud. We're in this together now. Don't turn your back on anybody. I don't want you to die.
Oh, my God.
No! You came here to get some answers. You deserve to get some answers.
So good trailer, does show a lot of the movie, which I think is a problem, but let's hear from director Jodie Foster on what she feels Money Monster has to offer.
I think this film is an interesting combination of being able to be an accessible mainstream popcorn movie for all those obvious reasons, but it forces you to learn at the same time about something that's quite complicated. You have to be, I think it really challenges you to be as smart as you can to follow the characters, and it's incredibly relevant.
We're on an unintentional roll this week when it comes to movies with stellar casts that are kind of letdowns in the end. The reviews weren't so glowing.
The Washington Post summed it up nicely, calling it crisply realistic, but also saying that the film's plot twists end up hurting it.
The San Francisco Chronicle, meanwhile, liked it, but thought it was just another well-made thriller, so nothing special. But if you like these thriller drama hybrids, Money Monster would be a safe bet for you. We're going to go with 3 stars, and we agree with Entertainment Weekly when they call it a solid B movie elevated by an A-list talent in the cast.
Yeah, so again, you have a great cast and you're expecting a lot, and then Jodie Foster has a pretty good track record as a director. So you're getting your hopes up, and then, well, one, again, my problem just simply with the trailer is that you see a lot of the movie.
And then sometimes when you see the movie and you've seen half of it in the trailer, it is a little disappointing.
Yeah. So that's a bit of a problem.
Right.
But still an entertaining trailer nonetheless, and a great cast, so check out the movie. We've got the acclaimed dramedy Other People straight ahead.
Plus, horror fans gather around. The Wailing is one truly unsettling foreign film. You're not going to want to miss this one.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm.
I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
Drama meets dark comedy in Other People, which focuses on the family dynamic of a son coming home to help take care of his cancer-stricken mother.
Here's a look at the trailer.
Here's a fun topic, cremation.
Oh, I'm not gonna, we talked about this.
I know we talked about it. I just want to.
I'm not going to be burned up, okay? How would you like it if somebody set you on fire? No, thank you.
Well, it's not like they light you, you know.
I don't like camping, and I don't like fires, and I don't want to be personally lit on fire. I want to be frozen. Do they have that as an option?
How you doing, Sacramento? Woo! We got our New York City boy in the house. You're not too good for us now, are you?
I'm glad that you're moving home for a bit. Your mom's gonna need a lot of help.
Don't look at us. We're drug addicts.
I thought you didn't want to try medical marijuana.
Well, I tried it. Isn't this dress pretty?
It is. I feel like it's too subtle.
You know, your mother was supposed to be born dead, so she's still very, very lucky.
Oh, Grandpa.
Ask her doctor. I mean, he's dead, but if he wasn't, you could. He hung himself.
That's true.
I read your letter. Please put Dono outside. I can't stand to see him licking his penis.
Dono, no, stop it.
One by one.
Does anybody have any questions about what's going on with Mom?
It's not easy to deal with such heavy, heartbreaking material while also making moviegoers laugh, but Other People pulls it off well. Entertainment Weekly's review pretty much acknowledges exactly that you have to work the hardest for the biggest laughs.
Quite a few reviewers thought Molly Shannon was excellent, with The Guardian saying she leaves a lasting impression. And going back to what Daniel mentioned, other critics were really impressed with how well the drama and the comedy came together. Richard Roper described the movie as, quote, smart, lovely, funny, occasionally edgy, slightly cynical, and ultimately heart-tugging.
Yes, definitely heart-tugging. Another
you can tell.
Yes, another 4-star rating this week, and it goes to Other People. You can find it on demand now. So let's totally change course now.
Totally. Let's do a 180 and dive into mystery, thrills, horror, everything. It is our next film, The Wailing.
나아가 이제까지 본 악질 중에서 갑 중에 갑이요.
요새 자꾸 동네에서 사람 죽어나가는 거고 싹 다 그 일본 양반이 오거나 생긴 일들 아니오. 없어.
잠만의 비상형. 각자 증상의 사람들이라. 아까 무당한테 댕겨왔네. 집안에 귀신이 들었대요.
그놈이랑 뭔 연관 있는 거요? 그냥 반 사람 아니오.
내가 대실수를 해봤네.
여기 못 들어오는데.
우리 현이 어디냐고!
마음 단단히 먹어야 되네.
So I am terrified of scary movies that have jump scares, but this is great because it doesn't necessarily rely on those jump scares. It's just scary.
It's more of a psychological thriller,
And
I
just
would say
creepy.
that. Yeah, and really creepy.
And if you're a horror movie fan, you watch that trailer and don't want to see the movie, I don't know what to tell
Then
you.
you're crazy, right?
And it is tough going for horror movies. There are so many bad ones out there. The Wailing, not one of them, not at all. This is legit creepy. The Los Angeles Times called it disturbing, saying the evil was almost palpable. And the New York Times advises, handle with care.
Viewers should take note that the film is on the longer side, clocking in at about 2.5 hours. But the Austin Chronicle thought the length was necessary. Here's how they put it. They say the Wailing, quote, requires simmering before it rips your guts out. How lovely.
And that's how the reviews went for this one. Critics loved it in a gross way. Clearly not for the faint of heart, but if you're a horror fan, this should be right at the top of your viewing list.
We're going to give the Wailing 4 out of 5 stars. Live long and prosper. Even if you aren't a Star Trek fan, you'll likely hear those words and know exactly where they come from.
Well, up next, a documentary about the man who made those words so popular and mean so much to so many.
Let SWC Properties sell your home today. Take advantage of this great market and sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. SWC Properties gives you the benefit of full-service marketing that sells your home faster with the fewest hassles. There are no hidden fees, and now for a limited time, we'll list your home for 50% off. Wouldn't it feel great to save thousands and feel confident with your move? Give us a call for details or visit swcproperties.com and contact us for a free information packet and find out why. It's simple. We just market your home better.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here, because
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
It's all about fitness and health to start a new month and week. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll hear from a group of mountain climbers about their inspiration and journey. Plus, we get a fitness lesson to find out how they got in shape. Dr. Jenny from Age Vital is back to tell us how to fight our allergies without prescription meds. And Ruth's Chris Steakhouse joins us in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast.
Sadly, the great Leonard Nimoy is no longer with us. He passed away last year, but his legacy lives on.
For the Love of Spock is a documentary now on demand that uses interviews with Nimoy's colleagues to examine the actor and his most well-known and beloved character, Star Trek's Mr. Spock.
The review that Variety gave us when we first went on the air in September of 1966. Star Trek won't work.
What was your impetus for this project? Where did it start?
In November of last year, I approached Dad about the idea of doing a documentary on Spock as a part of the celebration of the anniversary of the original series. And the minute I suggested this to Dad, he was in.
When word came out today that actor Leonard Nimoy had died, the president said, "I love Spock."
I started acting about 8 years old and suddenly decided that I liked it enough to want to make a career of it, so I came to California in 1949.
I loved Leonard. Leonard and I came from a lot of similar backgrounds.
He was a multifaceted individual. He was never just Spock to me, even growing up.
He had a ubiquitous curiosity about everything going on in the world.
Prior to Star Trek, I never had a job that lasted longer than 2 weeks. Never. 2 weeks.
People ask me what it was like living with Spock. And for the most part during that period, he'd come home at night, eat his dinner, memorize his lines, and then just go to sleep.
He was trying so hard to get this career going. It took a toll on his family life.
That he was occasionally Leonard-like, but mostly he was Spock.
Everyone feels a little bit like an outsider. I would argue the most interesting people seem to.
I think people recognize themselves in him.
One of the things that I really respect about your dad was his love and affection for the fans.
To create a character who leaves a mark on the society that strikes a chord that resonates. Leonard Nimoy did that.
Leonard was a self-made Renaissance man.
He made the world stand up and listen.
Fascinating.
If there was a word you would use to sum up or describe my dad, what would that be for you?
Noble, dignity,
Artist.
Integrity.
Humble.
The first word that does come to mind is loving.
Love.
it's definitely just love.
Can you do it?
We've been practicing.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, not bad. Well, we saw some in the trailer. No doubt you can expect to see plenty of familiar faces in the documentary sharing their memories of Leonard Nimoy and Mr. Spock.
A critic with CNN reviewed with the movie, acknowledging the documentary has flaws, but is overall a success, especially for Star Trek or Nimoy fans.
And overall, critics really like this, though some felt it doesn't provide a ton of new insight for those Star Trek fans. You have the New York Daily News, though, saying it does give viewers an unprecedented glimpse, so you have it kind of both ways.
And especially if you're not as knowledgeable, this will really catch you up. Well, we're ending on a high note with this one. Another 4-star rating for The Love of Spock is now on demand.
All right, this was a strong week for new VOD releases. Here's a recap of the movies we went over. Ithaca received 2 stars, but other than that, it was all 3s and 4s.
Those 4-star ratings went to 2 dramedies, The Meddler and Other People, along with For the Love of Spock and the creepy horror flick The Wailing. That's all for this week. You can visit us online at hereisvod.com. I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Daniel Feingold. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the movies.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
On the next Black Almanac.
Trump's attempts at Black and Latina outreach are probably too little too late. He's doing so badly among African Americans that in more than one poll, the percentage of black support for Trump is smaller than the margin of error. Latino voters are being told he thinks unauthorized immigrants have to go and can't ever be fully American.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC 7.
Hurricane season is here. We'll make sure you're prepared. Watch our hurricane special on our ABC 7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.